With the Madden 20 beta being over, a lot of you guys were like, yo, so many hashtags going on, extend the beta, extend the beta. That was pretty huge, bro. And that should give you, pretty much an insight into what the beta actually did. But now we're going to talk about all of the things that I was able to determine just playing the game and understanding what the new format of Madden 20 is going to be. A lot of the things that, many of you were saying in the comments. By the way, I played so many of you guys during the beta, and it was interesting because Madden 19 pretty much brings out a lot of anger out of everybody, right? But with the way that everything played out with the games that we went through over this, Father's Day weekend, if you notice, it wasn't a lot of hostility. Like, there were certain things that happened in the game where it's like, oh my God, what is this? But as far as the overall gameplay with it, it wasn't anything like that. Like, I wasn't feeling like I wanted to fly to Antarctica and just start kicking baby seals. Like, it was a different atmosphere with it. And that's why, for most of you guys that didn't play the beta, that have a lot of negative things to say, I can't really, there's really no format to speak to you about because, like I said, with everything that was going on, if it turned out to be something that was like just straight up Madden 19 and it was like straight patchwork, I would say it. If you look through the history of Madden 19, I'm not going to tell you something that's not there. And as far as things that, went on with the game, the trick plays, all the things that everybody thought that would be OP, it really wasn't though. Because what happens is, as most of you guys know, what was the biggest thing that was happening in Madden 20 that if you guys were in the forums, there was a lot of complaints about? Number one thing, pressure. Everybody was so scared of the pressure. Mainly, most of the people that I played against, they used the Rams primarily because of Aaron Donald. And then a lot of you guys are thinking, all right, you know what? I already got my game plan for 20, bro. I'm coming out. I'm making sure I got Aaron Donald. If I play Regs, I'm going to use the Rams. If I play Mud, I'm going to make sure I got Aaron Donald. That's all good and well. But you got to remember, there's several other people that have Fearmonger as well, which is his superstar X-Factor ability. So it's not like he's the only guy that's going to be able to do that. He's a little bit more versatile because you can actually put him at D tackle, and if you put him out on the linebacker spot, like I try to experiment with that a little bit, it's very, very difficult to have that whole situation happen. So I wouldn't really go that route with it. But yeah, I did experiment a lot with 3-4, and it does appear that certain things within the game is fixed. The number one thing that I want to point out though, running into the back of your lineman, like I spoke to you guys in a previous video, and some of you guys were asking me to kind of go further in detail about that. This is what I'm going to ask everybody to do that's watching this video. Play Madden 19, right? And run like a dive or run a stretch play. And then, like, if somebody is like in front of you directly, just run into the back of that person. And that's pretty much going to explain what I'm talking about with Madden 20. In Madden 20, that doesn't happen. What happens is, you know what's ill about it though? If you're using a guy like Todd Gurley who has like an arm bar, which is a regular superstar ability, because I try to explain to you guys, the X-Factor abilities is what you work up towards. The regular superstar abilities are in their DNA. So he has arm bar. So does Nick Chubb from the Browns. If you guys want to know about that for my Browns fans, Nick Chubb has it as well. So what happens is he gets a very, very vicious stiff arm. So if you're running behind your lineman, right? Usually in Madden 19, you would trip up and start falling. Now he kind of pushes the lineman forward like real football, right? So when somebody comes down, if you time the actual stiff arm, it's over. Like, bro, you're gonna hear a karate chop sound. The dude's finished. And it's ill because that's actually the things that actually happen within like a real game. When Todd Gurley was healthy, if we just go away from the fact that like obviously towards the later end of the season, he was not healthy. If you go towards the fact that when he was healthy, right, it's a whole different situation. Everything about it is completely different. So you guys have to understand that it's not what you think. I guarantee every single one of you guys that watch the video, and for those of you guys that have been riding with me forever, you guys all understand. If I tell you that something's happening, something's happening. All right? Now, I finished off on the leaderboards ranked number 20, and the losses that I got, there were from a lot of people that I could see was running Madden 19 schemes, and it was kind of weird the way it was going on, but for the fact of the matter is, like, certain things as far as like the contain situation, Mahomes is one of the most versatile quarterbacks in the game because he comes with a lot of things that's already in his DNA. He has the the no-look dead-eye. He has the, like, he could do the roaming dead-eye. Like, the dude could pretty much run around, throw the ball any way, which way he wants. I had a dude actually on the run throw the ball like 70 yards. Like, it was wild. And then before you start to rage about that, just think about his MVP season. Everything that was happening, he actually did. Now, when I played guys that used the Saints with Drew Brees and they were on the run throwing the ball, it wasn't as accurate. You see what I'm saying? So it was a different feel for it. It wasn't like I was doing, you know, I was playing the same exact thing, they're running the same plays, and it's like, all right, it's the same exact game. When I saw different teams, it felt different. When I played against Kamara, it was a different situation. Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now though. Kareem Hunt not being on the Chiefs is a real bad downfall for Regs, because whoever that running back is, he definitely sucks. And you can see that by utilizing him in the game. Like, I completely forgot who he was, whoever the guy was, bro. But whenever I played with all 4 teams for the head-to-head games, so I could play against human opponents, and then I went into, you know, franchise and used every team to see like how they would play. And the big thing about it is you can see the difference. Like, a lot of you guys are predicting that Zeke Elliott is gonna be that dude. Like, you're like, yo, bro, Gmia Zeke. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Zeke a dog. Like, he a dog in this game. He a dog. But Gurley is a monster. Kamara is very interesting. I'm gonna explain, like speaking about Kamara right now as I pause it on Gurley, right? The thing, like I told you, Gurley has certain things in his DNA that's gonna make people want to make sure that he is their running back. Because his DNA with that arm bar, and then, you know, the first one free, which is glitchy, Saquon Barkley, all those players have it. You guys will be able to see this, right? Once you get that X factor lit up, let's get away from satellite with Kamara, because Kamara is like, he's in his own atmosphere. Because what happens is he doesn't have that stiff arm, but you can't touch Kamara if you know how to juke. Like, literally, he has so many different versions of his juke, it's ridiculous. So when he's in the zone, even though it's satellite where he gets better cuts, he gets all that stuff, he still has a lot more precise agility when it comes to juke moves and a lot of the other things that he actually does. I just want to point that out, because some of you guys were thinking that, oh yeah, just because satellite describes him as this is what it's all about. No, it's a lot more involved than what you guys are seeing. And that's what makes the game so much better. Okay? And like I said, for those of you guys like, yo, bro, yo, Gmia, I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to ride with you. You're going to be the same people that, like I said, once everything comes out and you guys see it, because remember, with the forums and everything, if you guys go to my Twitter channel and you guys see exactly what I've been retweeting, I've been showing you guys it's different ways to leave feedback. And a lot of people have, you know, left a lot of feedback that I actually looked at. And I'm like, you know what? Some of it makes sense. A lot of it, you can see that people don't like that the game at this point right now is going to have a skill gap. They want it to be easy the way it was before. They want it so that the computer will do a lot of stuff for them. For instance, Aaron Rodgers has his superstar X Factor ability of gambler. So he can't throw a pick to the AI. So if you're playing a guy that's a D-line user, you can just keep throwing the ball anywhere you want. Because if he's not going to click off, you'll never throw an interception. It'll just be incomplete. So with those type of details within the game, it makes Madden a different type of game. And that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. It's not that I'm saying like, oh, bro, you know, it's like the best game ever. But based on the feedback and everything that we've gone through Madden 19, this is a really big upgrade. And again, we could disagree, we could say whatever, you know what I'm saying, we could have our different opinions on it, but all I'm going to ask you guys to do is just be respectable in the chat when you guys are talking amongst each other, whatever, because I don't want to have to get it, you know, to ban somebody for just going wild and savage. If you have certain feelings about it, you know, speak about it, but just don't, okay, like the blatant statements and like the bland statements and the basic statements, the game's garbage, like you got to explain what you're talking about, what didn't you like about it. And again, the number one things that we could go ahead and debate about, the wind up with the quarterbacks, I understand that, okay? The wind up, you know, like I said, I don't really care about it. I figured out ways to throw the ball fast. You just have to time it differently, so it's not really that big of a deal. And I like to change up because it kind of gives you an opportunity to make a play in the ball if you're on the defense, which I actually like. And then you have it's the wind up, and then there was one other thing that was going on. The pass rush. And you know, like you guys are like, yo, these dudes are from the Marvel universe. Like dudes are just running straight into the backfield and just dominating. And I understand that frustration. But again, you can ID Aaron Donald, you can motion people, you can play as if it's real football, because isn't that what you guys have been asking for this whole time? And it's the same. Most of the guys that are just raging about it, most of you guys were like the like a creation of the era. Like you came about during Madden 16, so you just want it to be consistently easy, and they've changed that up. Even though we don't know what's going to happen after the first patch, I can tell you this right now. The way the game itself right now plays, I believe that every single one of you, if you didn't like Madden 19, you're going to really enjoy Madden 20. And that's pretty much what I want to kind of get out in advance. And I'm going to be coming back with so many more videos giving you full detail about what I'm talking about. Like, share, and subscribe. One love.